This is Lynchburg, a small town in the heart of Tennessee, where families and neighbors work together to make every drop of our whiskey. If you can't get here, just look for one of our postcards. We send them all over. They look like this.
1. Hello, everybody. My name is Hypertension, joined here by Papaya. How are you doing today, Papaya? Hopefully, and I just realized you were accidentally left muted, so yeah, they probably didn't hear that entire thing.
Rest in peace. My day is going pretty good. I'm excited to see a bunch of really good games, hopefully, and it'll be some good fun. And hopefully, we get some crazy picks and some kill heavy games. You know,
Let's hope that we do, as we
excited.
are hopping into spectator draft here soon. The spectator link has been posted. I don't know what is going on here. Ooh, that could. I hope that's not an issue. Yeah, okay, everything appears to be fine at the moment, I
No
think. Nope, actually, one moment.
technical difficulties.
Technical
What you gotta do?
difficulties, aren't they great? And there we go. Now everything is set up correctly. So we do have games. We do have this. It is Dom 3 versus Dom 1. If I'm under, was led to believe the correct thing. So yeah, so far it's just nothing much.
Yeah, no picks on the table quite yet. Hopefully soon we'll be able to see what the teams are drafting up.
There might not be any sound. I
Ooh,
just was told that.
exciting, yeah. Um,
That does not sound good.
no. Oh, okay. No, we're good now apparently. So that's hype. Good to know.
Okay, cool.
And draft has begun.
It
And
has
blue
begun,
side.
and we will far into it. We do see the. Okay, apparently the media source is not working either.
Well, we
Apparently
have a quick.
my
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Technical difficulties. Gotta love them.
technical difficulties. Aren't they
Yeah. So
great?
amazing. So it seems like Blue Side is banning out a lot of the roaming mids. We've got a ban on Twisted Fate and Rise from the blue side, and a ban of Zac on the red side so far. And they have just banned Sejuani, so they're going pretty hard on the jungle pool, it seems. And yeah, a Talia ban for blue side. So they just don't want roaming mids, wave clear mids in their games, apparently.
Does not appear so. They don't want any of those, as we do see. No, they don't. The side of Fred Boat doesn't want any junglers. The side of Me6 does not want any mid laners. As we do see Twisted Fate, Rise, Talia, Zac, Sejuani, and Lee Sin banned out. Also, this stream is brought to you by our sponsor, Hypertension.
Wow,
Just,
you're a sponsor now?
no, I just plugged myself in as a joke. It's All Stars, man. Nobody's actually watching.
Oh, is that how that works?
I'm just joking because it's a meme-filled All Stars. As we do see Alistair and Orianna locked in for these two teams, and Trundle. These picks are just flying off the board,
Yeah,
left and right.
right into it. I find it interesting that oh wow, Zed pick. So that's exciting. We got the assassin
Zed.
matchup into Oriana.
Wait,
That'll
who's
be
on the
fun to
mid
see.
lane? It is the 38Z. It's that legendary 38Z. As we do also see the Kaisa come out. I remember that the one time I've seen 38 play Zed, I believe he went 9, 2, and 7. So he kind of solo carried.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see either something similar or him falling flat on his face this game because I think either one would be very entertaining.
Well, the issue is for this game is that Tango Autismo, his lane opponent, is a full tier above him. Platinum 5 versus Diamond 4.
Well, hey, I think we all know that tiers really mean nothing because a gold 3 brand managed to kill Faker, so
I mean, that was one time.
yeah. We'll see what happens.
Also,
So,
Faker was
yeah.
touring with him.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. So Fredvo continues to go on the jungle slash top lane bans, I guess. Jax is also a jungler, but also a top laner. Just trying to squish that pool, whereas Me6 bans a Morgana, interestingly enough. I guess they Yeah. It's an interesting choice because they haven't really drafted any like super hard CC. I guess it's a lane counter for Alistar is the thing. And yeah, another Skarner ban for Fredboat. So yeah, just really pinching that jungle pool for Me6.
Yeah, a lot of jungle pool pinch, and then the support pool pinch coming out from from Me6. So right now, Fredboat, they gotta pick a support probably, and they don't actually. They're going for that last solo laner, it appears, as the Vladimir is the preferred target.
And that makes sense. They haven't seen their top lane opponent yet, and they want to. Vladimir is pretty safe into just about anything. Though I do find it interesting that they're not picking their support until last, considering that Alistar is already on the table.
That is a little bit of an interesting situation. The Nunu is locked in. Tell me about this like meme-filled draft with Zed and Nunu.
So I think it's actually like Nunu is pretty good as a supportive tank jungler, as we know. I think so he'll be able to both make the auto attacks of Zed and Kai'Sa stronger, and Kai'Sa actually works better into Zed as she does have some magic damage, which coupled with the fact that the Aatrox top lane pick makes it like also Malphite support question mark Trundle support question mark. I don't know what's happening
Orianna
anymore.
Support Vladimir mid.
Huh.
It's Orianna support Vladimir mid and Malphite top against Aatrox.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, amazing. This is exactly what we want out of our games.
Okay.
So we're in for, I think, an exciting let's find out who's playing what kind of game.
This is definitely one of those situations, and this will be a meme-filled fiesta of epic proportions. And what you want to bet that's a full AP Nunu?
Full AP Nunu. I'm gonna give it 80% chance of the full AP Nunu. It just seems
only 80.
It's gonna
really?
happen. I mean, I don't know. Look, like, are they gonna leave? I guess it is All Stars. They might leave Alistar as the only tank, but I don't know. I never have that much fun playing full AP Nunu because it's always like if you fail so hard, and it's not fun anymore. Whereas tank Nunu, you're always just being a jerk all the time.
I think he'll be fine. You are seeing the Dominate logos come out. Wait, I actually put in the wrong logo in for Dominate. I am a little bit dumb, so keep talking about this draft. What do you expect? Okay. What do you expect out of the early game?
So, out of the early game, I'm expecting pretty much, I think, farm lanes about everywhere, except for bot lane might have a lot of, like, contesting until Zed hits 6, in which case he's either going to solo kill Orianna, roam bot lane, kill them, and snowball off the face of the earth, or do nothing. It's one or the other. Also, maybe we'll see some excitement in the top lane with the Aatrox, but I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully, we'll see a lot of counter jungling from the Nunu, but Trundle is a jungle pick, is a very good duelist. So if Nunu finds Trundle in the jungle, Trundle might just beat him to death because Nunu has no flash, or other than flash, Nunu has no escapes. So the pillar is very strong against him. I think in team fights, we'll see a lot of really strong things from Fredboat. So I'm expecting a lot of objective control from Fredboat and like pressuring things like Rift Herald, dragons, and towers in order to make full use of their team fight comp, whereas Me6 has a bit more of a split pushing kind of comp.
I'm going to swap over to show you I was right that is a mid lane Vladimir and a support Orianna.
Oh god, okay. Well, my entire life.
Look who's in the mid lane. Look at who's at the mid lane in client. I mean, if they're going to draft it over, but...
Wait, is this...
Look in the client.
In the client, yeah. Kai'Sa? Question mark?
Oh my god, if that's a Kai'Sa mid versus Vladimir in a bottom lane of Alistar Zed. Oh my god.
Ooh, hello. That'd be interesting choices.
That'd be sexy.
Yeah, though, if it is a bot lane Zed, Zed Alistar is going to be bullied, I think, very hard by Caitlyn Ori as far as, like, poke and stuff. The double range into the double melee is just not fun. I
mean, it's not fun, but at the same time, you have the all-in.
You have
a lot of it.
6, yeah. So we'll see if, yeah, man, that's
What?
exciting. That's exciting to see. Oh, Alistar ADC and Zed support.
Unless they trade.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to not see a trade come out here.
Yeah.
It would be extremely interesting. And also, hey, I'm going to be backpack for a moment. I would not like to see Zed on Margarine. Or Margarine on Zed. If you can't tell what I was referencing to, Backpack doesn't know how to pronounce the word margarine.
Yeah. Well, English, it's difficult. So is constructing a reasonable team comp, apparently, because we have this Orianna support and a Zed support with an Alistar ADC. Ooh. And they haven't switched yet, so I think this is actually what's going on. They have 10 seconds. Oh,
it was a switch.
Baited. We got so baited. Yeah.
No, I was figuring it's like they're good at trade, but we can at least spice it up for the viewers.
Right, yeah. It's like whenever they hover like Teemo in the LCS, and you're like, oh, maybe this is the one time.
Yeah. And also, guys, if you are watching, don't forget to follow us on Twitch. We have streams. We have a weekly league coming out. If you're watching this, you probably know that. But yeah, follow us on Twitch. It really does help out. And if you really like it, subscribe.
Exactly, yes. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, so you can watch some fun games. Our next season, I think, is going to be very exciting and very competitive, especially for the Champions League. So, come see it.
Especially with teams who we've got coming in. A couple big names, just to say the least. There are plenty of big names coming in for the Champions League, and right now, I think the biggest question is, who do you think is going to win this game?
Who do I think is... I think it really all just depends on the early game. I want to give it to Me6 as far as if they snowball, they will snowball so hard. But I find that the red side, Fred something, I forgot the name, and it's not in my client or on the thing anymore.
Red side is Fred.
I find that they have better. Yeah, I find they have better team fight, and I think in the late game they have much stronger. Just in general, like they're much stronger, especially since Me6 has a mostly full AD comp. Like Kai'Sa has some AP damage, and if it's the AP Nunu, there's their AP damage right there. But I think that in the late game, Fredboat really has the edge, and in teamfights they have the edge. So I think it really depends on Me6 snowballing.
There you go. Good way to think about it there. As we do get in the game, I'm going to be the spicy one, and I'm going to pick Me6 to win outright. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with Fredboat. I think the rank discrepancy does matter.
Yeah, for sure it does. And I think that, like, Vladimir is just... it's hard to snowball against the Vladimir. Just he has so much to stay, and he has the escape with the pool. It's a difficult time. But they both have gotten Ignite, so hopefully we'll see some really cool, interesting battles in the mid lane, and with some jungle attention, it could make things a little crazy. So we'll see.
We will see. And one thing I'd like to talk about is apparently 2 players to watch are Tengo Autismo and Big Brain Tim, because 5 junglers were banned out, and so were 5 mages.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like Fredboat pinched that jungle pool super hard, so Big Brain Team is going on this very supportive tanky Nunu pick, or maybe this AP assassin Nunu pick. We still don't know. Whereas Tengo Autismo has gone for the safe Vladimir with a lot of roaming control mages being banned out by Me6's side. So we'll see how that works out for them.
We will have to see, and part of it is we are now loading into game for the final game between for either of these teams in the All-Stars session. Sorry guys if I sound a little bit off. I have not been here most of the time. So yeah, I kind of just got called in. So I'm here. I'm ready to cast. I also forgot to do vocal warm-ups. Damn. Okay, so we're here ready for the game between Fredboat and Me6. So yeah, put who you think he's going to win in the chat, guys, or tweet at us on Twitter at Raisin Esports, and follow the stream if you like. Follow the stream even if you don't like, and subscribe. Shut
You know,
up.
I think we can see. I think that Freedboat has a skin advantage. They have 5 skins, whereas Me6 only has 3. So
Yeah,
clearly they're going
cause
to win just because of that.
nobody buys an Aatrox skin.
I honestly, I
Cannot
think
wait for
the
his rework.
oh no, I really like the golden Aatrox skin. I think it looks really cool.
I can't wait for his
Big
rework.
fan. Oh, I like Aatrox. Aatrox, I think, was like the champion that was being that like released when I started playing for the first time ever. So exciting.
You like Aatrox.
I like Aatrox. I like.
Alright, guys, I will continue this cast solo. I apologize for that. I have now muted Papaya, so you guys cannot hear him. This will now be a solo cast because he actually likes Aatrox.
I mean, he has problems for sure. He probably does need the rework, but I like the way he looks. I like the fantasy of what he should be. Maybe not better than what he actually is.
The
I'm
fantasy
also-
is being the most powerful Darkin and being an absolute warlord, just monster.
Which is pretty badass. You gotta admit, right? Yeah, but I'm also
I mean,
not
there's a
not
reason, as the lower power levels guy, I put him in my second highest tier.
Oh, there's that. But also hashtag not a top lane main, so I never really have to deal with Aatrox either playing or against. So
Hashtag former top lane main. So
yeah, I can see where the hate comes from. All right, hopefully we will be loaded into game very, very shortly.
hopefully we will. And it does look like we are still waiting. And still waiting. Also, you lied about the skin game.
Wait,
Me6 actually wins the skin game because
Oh.
Fredboat has Worldbreaker Trundle.
Oh, I see. Does that like count as like negative skins?
That counts as -3 skins because it is
Oh.
any Worldbreaker skin is the ugliest skin in the game.
Well,
There is no debate here.
no, today I'm not going to because I actually have not seen them. I don't think in game.
They are so ugly, man. Like, look at this thing. Look at it.
Hmm.
That is such an ugly skin.
It's very blue.
It's so ugly.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Also, I'm following it right now with master camera work.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah, so it looks like Fredboat has put up a line of scrimmage, whereas Me6 is going for an exciting little invade here.
The Alistar I think I
flash
forgot to
the
change
wall.
over the camera. I forgot to change over the camera, so
Oh,
they didn't
that's
see
good.
any of my master camera work.
Oh, unfortunate. All right, so a good disengage from Fredboat.
Yep,
Freedboat.
and chat is saying it's like, yep, you didn't do it. Yeah, I'm stupid, okay?
Oh no, you guys missed that wonderful invade. 5 people died. Little did you know. This is not true, by the way. I'm blatantly lying. They lost like 1 flash and an exhaust, and that was it on Me6's side. And oh well, Caitlyn also lost her flash on Freedboat's side, so there's that.
Yeah, there is that, and also I'm having massive amounts of trouble with weird. Try to get everything to work right, and yep, now it's working right in stream. Well,
Fantastic. And so we see jungle is starting on the opposite sides of the map. You can see a little bit of farming mid. Nothing's really exciting happening, as can be expected. Farming everywhere. It's 2 minutes into the game. And everyone's level 1. So there's that.
Everyone's on the line. And also, one thing I forgot to do is we will start by introducing the teams. On the blue side, we have Me6 with Good Hit in the top lane, Big Brain Tim in the jungle, 38 in the mid lane, and Jezebel and Margarine rocking in at AD carry and support.
And on the red side, we have Freedboat with Ishan as the top lane rock, Jeffrey93 as the jungle trundle, and Tango Autismo in mid lane, who is currently trading with 38. Itchy Rat as the Caitlyn bot lane, and Jack Frost as Orianna support.
Yeah, Itchy Rat would have much preferred to play the Twitch, but he knows that it's in a bad spot right now. Death to all the rats, by the way.
Understandable. Have a good day. I do not like playing against Twitch, so I'm glad that he's not playing it.
Oh, I love playing Twitch. I'm just saying death to all the rats because he always posts pictures of rats everywhere. So as
Oh,
we
does
get
he
into this
really?
game, we do see
Ooh,
Tango
big
Atismo is
engage.
taken super low. He does not. 38 does not put the ignite down. I think he could have gotten the kill with a flash ignite. I would say with an ignite auto attack there.
Yeah, it's very possible, but Tango Atisbo also had flash, so there's a chance he could have just flashed away.
Also, Zed, one of the hardest lanes to gank. As you do see, Dynamic Cam is not even swapping over to mid lane to look at that gank.
Right. Yeah. It's very hard to gank a Zed. He has his shadows he can just W away to. It's pretty much instant escape, no matter unless you use it beforehand. And he's pretty safe as far as assassins go. Though if he does all in, he can be counter ganked pretty readily. As we see, Ishan's taking a pretty big beating. Oh, big dive.
Oh, he is going to get dove there. Good hit. Gonna die as well. The rock not smelling what good hit was cooking, and good hit was cooking up some rock.
Yeah, another engage.
That
by
joke was
3-8.
bad, and I feel bad for making it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah.
Oh, 38 could be in trouble here, but Big Brain Tim here for the counter gank to sort of zone off anything that Jeff could do. Oh, Hexbox come in. The headbutt and pulverize does land onto Itchy Rat, who is getting taken down low by those plasma stacks. Look at the damage.
Yeah, very good trade from E6's side. JZBY and Margarine are doing really well.
Autismo could actually get the first blood here. The ignite does come down, but he outplayed 38. Or 38 a little bit too slow there to be able to put down the ignite and auto attack. And instead, Tango Autismo does get first blood. I would say does get that kill, not first blood.
Yeah. So really good trade by Tango Autismo. Very good outplay. A lot of action all around the map. You saw the directed camera was just kind of whiplashing from top to bot. But that's a very good play, and like once again, that shuts down that snowballing potential that I think really is Me6's big win condition. So it's good to see that Freeboat is managing to fight up against that.
It is good to see here, and one thing we will see right now is kind of something that we didn't really expect. We are seeing that push coming in from the bot lane, and that advantage developed for Kai'Sa and Alistar. You said it would be more difficult early lane for them because of the fact they would get outranged and outpoked.
Yeah, I thought that would be true as well, but I guess the hard engage of Alistar is just better, as Orianna probably doesn't have as much support or as much utility as far as the supportiveness goes. Also, with that Hex Flash, Margarine can like put in like really easy engages without having to do much things.
Speaking of which, Headbutt Pulverize does come in. The Plasma Stacks going down onto Itchy Rat, and Margarine does pick up the kill in that bottom lane. But now look, Tango Autismo and 38 are trading in the mid lane, but Tango Autismo getting a better at 38, not able to do much at all. Oh, he's diving actually under tower for this. Does look like it, but now here comes Big Brain Tim, who is going to get the snowball off onto Autismo. Not really going to do much damage, though. He does have that, what's that item called? That Seeker's Arm Guard, so he's not going to have much done to him.
Yeah, Nunu, unfortunately, not super scary without backup. Doesn't do a lot of damage. We can see that he's got the Predator, but he isn't really going for the AP build, or at least hasn't gotten the AP items yet. So there's not much that he can really do besides just be like, hey, step away from my laner and don't kill him under tower. We also saw a very good fight bot lane by Me6 getting that kill on Itchy Rat, which, as he said, the Hex Flash on the Alistar is so useful. It gets you in range for that Headbutt Pulverize, and then the Kai'Sa can just take advantage of that with the W slow, especially since hard CC adds stacks of her passive.
Yeah, that plasma passive is so powerful. Gotta love the stacks as the Deathmark does come down onto Tango Autismo. All the damage trying to come out onto 38, trying to trade back, but it does look like Tango Autismo is going to be taking down. Another kill over to Margarine. Fear the cow.
Yeah, big 3-man gank in the mid lane for Me6. And as you can see in their bot lane jungle, like everything on that right side from Me6 is super warded up.
Yeah, and right now it does look like Big Brain Tim was trying to land that counter gank onto that mid lane, but was chased off by the teleport fake from Eschuan. So right now that is teleport down now for quite some time. Not the situation you want to be in as a Malphite. You kind of want to be able to go down to the bottom lane and get that ult off. But Big Brain
Oh.
Tim actually has Jeff right where he wants him. Jeff, knowing he's dead, popping the camp thing, just a disrespect dance from
Oh,
Jeff.
shit.
So it's like, I will die with happy feet.
The emote spam as well, I think, is what really made that. Oh,
As we do see the Hex Flash and the damage coming out onto Itchy Rat, going in for the kill. Margarine has popped the Unbreakable Will, but now there is so much tower damage coming out that even he has to worry about it. Look at the return damage onto Jezebel, though. So,
big damage all around, yeah.
what do you think each team needs to do at this point to start and snowball into the mid game?
So I think Me6 could keep doing what it's doing, pressure lanes with the Alistar, and try to get kills, especially for their Zed if they can roam mid. I would like to see Freedvote actually start going for some objectives like that Mountain Drake that's sitting there, but it's very hard to do when their bot lane is being as pushed up as they are. Also, I would like to see some attention to the top lane.
Oh, 38 and Tango Autismo are going to go. It does look like 38 will be taken down from that last proc of the of the Hemo Plague. Overall, a 1v1 kill for Tango Autismo once again.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Alistar is trying to roam up, but couldn't really do much as fast as they'd want to. Tango Autismo pretty clearly has the edge in this lane. As
the ward coming in, but so is Eshwan trying to tell them what he's cooking, but it does look like he's cooking up a missed ultimate there as he whiffs the entire thing.
Yeah, that one wasn't very nice. But as we can see, Freeboat is going for the Mountain Drake, as I said, which is very good. They get the kill on the mid laner, and they're going for the objective, which is a very good choice. While top is pushing, unfortunately. This Aatrox, I think, is just going to keep doing this throughout the entire game.
He probably will, but that is a steal onto the dragon there by the side of Me6, and now Margarine is on a killing spree. The dragon went over to the Nunu, so now they do get the dragon, they do get the kill, and it looks like they are going to be pushing out the bottom lane off of this because of the fact the Orianna has to back, having blown both of her summoners, whereas the only things burned from the side of Me6 was the Smite and the Flash, but now it looks like Eshwan and Good Hit are trading out in the top lane. The slow coming out from the Aatrox Q. Will Good Hit be able to get in? It does not look like it. Look how long that sword is. Jesus.
Yeah, big sword. I was hoping for the all-in, but didn't happen. So, yeah, Me6 basically says, hey, thanks for the leash, Freedvote, on that dragon, and then manages to kill one of them as well.
Oh,
The
Margarine.
Alistar on the killing spree, I guess, isn't exactly what you want, but
The disrespect here, the headbutt pulverize did come down. That was a lot of CC there, but now Margarine has to pop the Unbreakable Will to be able to get out.
Yeah.
They could have just sat there and taken the tower, but it looks like instead they're just, the Killer Instinct coming out from the Kai'Sa, the snowball coming in. It does look like Jack Frost is going to go down to Jezebel here, but the teleport is coming in from the Malphite, so this is not a danger. This is not a place you want to be in. The entire team remaining of Fredboat is here, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. It ended up being a kill for each AD carry, so overall I think that's an advantage for Fredboat.
well, yeah, on that hand it is, especially since that was not quite the most intelligent dive, I think, by Me6, but you do also have to remember that Ishwan did use his teleport cooldown, whereas Good Hit still has his. So, there is that to keep in mind.
Yeah, Good Hit could definitely get a lot of pressure onto this top lane tower as a result.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he's been pushing that tower all game long. He's had the push advantage against the Malphite, and the kill advantage has seemed so far.
And he's got the fight too, as Good Hit tried to go in, but he decided not to bite off more than he could Q by taking that fight at that moment with the Trundle moving over.
Right, and luckily Good Hit does have some good Good Hit does have some wards in that topside blue or topside red jungle, but I don't think he's like completely safe from any possible routes that Jeffrey could make. So he does have to be a little careful about the jungle and the fact that the mid lane does have push advantage.
Does have push advantage, but here comes the Nunu to help out 38. Tango taking Big Brain Tim very low at 38 as well, and the death mark does come down, but he has to be careful. That's a lot of damage going to come back onto him, and he's got to be careful because here comes the Kai'Sa. There comes the Void Seeker. Killer Instinct coming in and secures the kill for Jezebel. Now, Jeff is in a bad spot. The Subjugate has been popped onto the Kai'Sa, and it did result in her taking him down. Wait, wouldn't you pop Subjugate to the Alistair?
Misclick perhaps, but they weren't really even close to each other, so I don't know what he was thinking there. Maybe he thought he could kill her at some point, but very good fight from E6. All around, good roams and ganks from the Alistar again, as usual, and that top lane pressure that the Aatrox had results in a turret being taken, which is very nice.
Yeah, I really cannot wait for that champion to receive his rework. He will probably finally be viable again. Don't even try and argue that he was viable.
I'm not gonna talk about it. Yeah, but
okay. So what do you think the side of Fredboat needs to do to be able to get back into this game down about 4,000 gold?
I think they just need to make sure their teams are all together. I think in a 5v5 they could still, a full 5v5 they could win, but their members are getting caught out 1v3 or 2v3, and with the numbers disadvantage, they're just losing the fights. Even though Vladimir was ahead, it is now pretty even. Also, they do have to worry about shutting down the Kai'Sa a little bit now. In the early game, all the kills are going to Alistar, so it's like, oh, you don't really have to worry about it. Whereas now, Kai'Sa does have the kills and is going to start hyper carrying, as we see, as Kai'Sa is one of the stronger ADCs on this patch.
Really just one of the strongest ADCs in general at this game. They didn't really touch her that much in this patch, and it doesn't appear like they will on the PvE either. She's just strong because of her playstyle and just the way that she goes about it. But as we do see Eshwan actually in trouble here, does have to flash out. Does look like Good Hit and Big Brain Tim are there, but here comes the Death Mark coming in onto Eshwan. It does look like that is going to be a kill secured by Good Hit. Remember, if it's an Aatrox, it's not a kill steal. He needs all of them that he can get.
Yeah, another this Pulverize, sad. But yeah, another collapse. 3 members onto the alone Ishwan just walking through his own jungle. We can see Mi6 has a ton of vision up there, so it's very good for them to get those kind of picks. But they are pressuring mid-turret now on Freeboot's side.
Yeah, and we're not seeing Good Hit sort of translate it, push it to top lane. He really should be trying to push that tower to be able to equalize. That way out, they get the 2 towers for 1 and actually go more than even on the trade. But at the moment, it is just a 1-for-1 in towers. They get the kill onto Ishwan, but weren't able to get much out of it, actually losing the mid lane tower as a result.
Yeah, but I think we just saw a Rift Herald take by Big Brain Tim. Wait. I think I heard the sound at least.
We did see Rift Herald take.
Yep.
Big Brain Tim does have the Rift Herald, and also I just noticed that Aatrox does not have a completed item yet.
Amazing. Also, another interesting thing about Big Brain Tim, other than the fact that he's hinting right now.
Tim? Tim? Oh, he's alive.
He's fine. Calculated. All calculated. He is going that AP build.
Told you.
Yeah, so that's exciting. He's gonna have some big absolute zeros, some big
Thank you, chat, for highlighting me to that decision.
Yep. I was wrong to have ever doubted you. I don't know why I did it.
Oh no, it's not don't doubt me. It's don't doubt the chat. As the headbutt Pulverize does come in onto Tango Autismo, he's taking a lot of damage from those plasma stacks. They actually could kill him here. The Zed goes straight into the face of the Vladimir. He does not have the death mark quite yet, but this is a very low team. And look at the Pulverize! Jezby going in, just taking out 2 there. It does look like the kill was going over 2 each carry. Big Brain Tim is picked up on the backside. And in the top lane, we do see Eshwan and Good Hit just trading away as in the bottom side. Jack Frost is in the sights of the entire team. 38 coming in. He has Death Mark. That is a flash out from Jack Frost. Will it be able to get him out? So far it has, but that Shadow will come up in just a second. It won't take much longer. Shadow into Shuriken will result in the kill. Has to get it perfect. Actually, no, he does not get away. He does not able to get that Shadow. And as a result, now Margarine is in the fire. 38 can at least Shadow out, but it looks like he does Shadow out. Margarine gonna be the sacrificial lamb here, as Tango Autismo actually is not giving a crap about the Alistair, choosing to chase the Zed, who he was never going to catch, and they do lose a top lane tower as a result.
Very long fight overall, but it ends with a lot of kills going down on both sides.
It does result in Eshwan in a little bit of trouble, and this Orianna ult does not land, but that Aatrox does have his Resurrect. He does have Flash, so he can easily get out of that situation. It's not the worst situation to have because I don't think that passive has a cooldown.
Yeah, and he got the tier 2 tower, which is pretty good on his side. So didn't really lose much out of it. Got the tier 2 tower while his team was fighting in the bot lane. Freeboat does have that.
They do have the push here, the Absolute Zero coming in. The damage coming down onto Jeff. He has to be careful because that Kai'Sa can't come in. The Killer Instinct not coming out, but look at Tim just taking so much damage. Jezebel now on the other side, and the ball. If there had been a shockwave there, that would have been a lot of damage and probably a dead Kai'Sa. But on the other side of the map, we are seeing a split pushing Zed arise. What do you think about this move?
I think it's pretty good. They have the 1-3-1 with the Zed and the Aatrox. I don't really think one person is able to pressure them. And if they send more than one person out, then the Kai'Sa, Alistar, Nunu have very good push on the mid lane. So I think it's actually a very good idea.
And you can see right now what's going on with the fact that 38 did go in. Look at the damage onto Jack Frost. Wait, he went back in. He chose to take the ultimate's Shadow back in, and he dies to Jeff there. What was that decision, 38?
Yeah, they're throwing up the question mark ping in chat. Can confirm. Interesting choice. I think he probably thought that he could kill the Orianna, but ended up not expecting the backup that she was receiving. And so there you see, like, the problem with 1-3-1 is if the rest of your team is out of the position, the enemy team can collapse on you without any real repercussions. And that's what happened to 3-8.
Yeah, right now I think the only person that could really take on that Zed in a 1v1 fight is the Vladimir. Same thing with the Aatrox, but still though, that doesn't mean that you could just, go in 1v3.
Yeah, definitely an overestimation of his abilities, I think, as far as the 8 side goes. The Predator comes out.
Predator does come out, the slow onto Eshwan. But there's no damage between these two. It's the two beat balls going at it. Oh, wait, no, actually, Big Brain Tim does a lot of damage as Eshwan does use the Unstoppable Force to get out. That is an ultimate out that has a long cooldown. Full AP Nunu.
All the damage.
All the damage indeed, but Itchy Rat actually might be in the better position as he does have his jungler backing up. We'll shred all the tank strats, but Jezebel, look at the damage onto Jack Frost. Jesus, that rocket.
Yeah,
Ecathian Rain.
Yeah. Wow.
38? That's not going to work.
Yeah. Malphite is pretty good against attack damage assassins overall. But I think it is easy to forget that Jack Frost is this support Orianna. Doesn't have the items, doesn't have the damage. And so Jezebel manages to just get that soul.
Oh, there goes the Killer Instinct. Itchy Rat now in trouble, but Jezebel just wanting that kill so bad. Margarine go in there as he does knock Jeff away from good hit. Feels bad there when the support actually saves the enemy laner. I say enemy jungler. So we do see that one forest being established. There is that Hex Flash coming in, could come in from Margarine. Right now,
and
it's both split pushers in the bottom lane.
If they can't 1v1 one split pusher, and they can't 1v1 the other split pusher, what if we just have two?
What if you have two indeed? As now, look at all the damage onto Tango Autismo. He does have to pop the Hourglass in that situation, but here comes Jezebel as the Absolute Zero does pop. It doesn't get anybody, but Jezebel does end up picking up Jeff. And now, Itchy Rat is the only damage here. He will be able to get it, but there comes the Pulverize, dealing out the Plasma Stacks and getting a triple kill. No, actually, Margarine stole the last kill. He deserves it for that play. Overall, that was a 3-for-1 in favor of Me6.
Yeah, Margarine reminding his AD carry that the reason he's doing so well is because of him. Just absolutely very well played by Margarine in general. I've been really impressed by this Alistar just this entire game, and in that fight, very good headbutt pulverizes all around. So yeah, another one team fight for Me6. And they pushed up into tier 3. Didn't get the inhibitor, but I am sure that will come soon.
Yeah, what can Fredboat do to get back into this game?
I'm honestly not sure. It seems that even in the straight 5v5 at this point, they're so ahead. Me6 is that they're still winning. So I think they need to be able to collapse on those split pushers and manage to kill them. And also the fact that Zed will hopefully be less useful as the game goes on. As same thing with the AP Nunu, late game, you're just gonna get shredded before you can manage to stack in full ultimate. So I think they just have to turtle into late game, and they'll have it in the bag probably.
They might, but now we see the two healers in this lane. These are two champions that do not die in a 1v1 because of the healing that they have. And it does look like Good Hit is going to go in onto Tango Autismo. The DPS could be there for either one of them. As Echelon is actually in the fire on the other side. Look at all the damage as the Deathmark does come out onto Malphite. You're not going to be able to work like that, 38, as the tower shot and the shot from Caitlyn does take him down. Good Hit is still alive. He still has the Resurrect, so he could actually get out of this situation fairly easily, especially with Big Brain Tim coming over. That is a full AP Nunu. Look at the damage from the Nunu. As soon as this Tango Autismo respawns, he dies instantly. The Caitlyn does get both of them, but now Jezebel and Margarine are in the front, dealing out damage onto Tim. Look at the shots coming down. Margarine taken super low. One more auto attack will not actually get him. Jezebel saving his support and getting a shutdown kill onto the Caitlyn there. Overall, it was a 3 for 3 in favor of nobody.
Yeah, that definitely looked very harsh for Me6. Jezebel coming in with the hero play overall, managing to pick up 2 more kills and basically save that from being a completely lost fight. But we saw the collapse onto the Aatrox, and we also saw Zed trying once more to ult the Malphite. I feel like at some point you have to think, when is he going to realize this isn't working?
Yeah, it's like, just farm up on the side, my friend. You'll eventually get to the point where you can blow up the Orianna.
Yeah, for sure. We also saw Caitlyn taking a flash forward in that fight to attempt to kill on Marjorie, and it didn't work out for her. So you just got to be careful about the ADC positioning. You can't be too aggressive when you don't think the payoff's going to be that good, because now that flash is down for the next team fight, and Caitlyn is a big part of this team's damage. Their only real damage dealers are the Caitlyn and the Vlad. So until this Orianna gets going, which hasn't happened yet.
Well, it is a support Orianna. I don't necessarily expect her to get necessarily going anytime soon, as we do see Itchy Rat dealing a lot of damage and picking up the red buff there. That will help in the next team fight, but look at this Baron. It's being sneaked away from the side of Me6. Look at this damage. They're shredding this Baron. Kai'Sa's so good at that. And the Nunu, you will not steal that Baron from him.
And it goes down so fast. They have 2 Mountain Drakes.
And they have a Malphite served up on a silver platter. The Deathmark does go in onto Jack Frost. A lot of damage onto the Orianna. The ultimate shockwave coming in, but it ends up 38, ends up getting Jack Frost. As now Tango Autismo is up against both of the solo laners of Me6. It's really going to be hard for him to go. But look at the damage on Itchy Rat!
Yeah,
that was some rat trap level.
Yeah, the moment the Kai'Sa lands that, I think it's her W, the long-range skill shot.
Void Seeker.
Yeah, just hits you, and then she teleports to you, and then she kills you, and there's not much you can do about it. Especially with Caitlyn, with her big strength being kind of staying far away. The moment an ADC gets close, she can't do much.
Yeah, just like how no one can really do anything against Jezebel at this point. Look at the damage he's putting out with those plasma stacks, that bonus % magic damage. Tango Autismo even can't do a thing, as that is a triple kill for the Kai'Sa. They could actually go for the pentakill here, but they choose not to, instead just going for the end game. Does look like they are going to win with it in 26 minutes. Me6 taking down Fredboat. Another kill just to pad the stats, is now Jezebel gonna get the ace actually. Unofficial quadra kill, as Good Hit stole the unofficial pentakill. Scumbag Good Hit. And you know what? You were right. It was the side of Me6 who won.
Yeah. Wait, didn't I? I think I predicted Fredboat, but
no.
Yeah.
I'm giving.
Oh no, you're giving me an out. I'm sorry.
I'm giving you credit.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, they started snowballing. Good roams from Marjorie, and once they managed to get the Zed and the Kai'Sa ahead, the game was basically over. They just snowballed too hard, just rolled right over Fredboat and just took him out.
He did. Who would you say is your MVP this game?
I would give it to Margarine. I think the roaming Margarine. Sorry, wow, I just mispronounced it again.
I would say you were pulling a backpack there.
I'm sorry. I think I would give it to Margarine because I think the roams were very quintessential, and obviously Jezebel has the stat line for it, 1505, very well done. But I think that he was enabled by Margarine's really, really good plays, especially in the early game.
You see, I still am gonna give it to Jezebel there. When you do almost 30,000 damage and the next highest is 18, I'm gonna give you the MVP there. So, Jezebel,
point.
I tip my hat to you. We will be right back with the next game here between Rampage. I don't know the teams. It's a pair of Rampage teams. That's all you need to know. All right, guys, we'll see you then. Hello, everyone. My name is Hypertension. Once again, I am joined here by Malleable Papaya, and we are bringing you some Rampage action here. So, yeah, this is going to be some fun action. It is full of marksman mode. So this is going to be an absolute blast. This is going to be a fun show as we are now transitioning into the draft. We will see who is picked. Papaya, what do you think?
Man, I'm excited to see some crazy things. I want some of that Quintop Ash support.
You might get your wish as we do have a Quintop Hubbard. Ooh, I didn't think about that one. You could do Corki mid. I guess that's kind of cheating because Corki's actually a mid laner.
I mean, I guess Quintop is also cheating in that same regard, but
Quinn
it's also
is...
blind pick, so we might see some mirror matchups.
Wait, is that allowed?
Oh my god!
Wait.
I guess he's technically a marksman. Technically.
Is that allowed?
I mean, who's stopping them?
I guess. I don't know.
If they both do it, no one can say it's against the rules, right?
I guess not. Right now we are seeing double Teemo, Arthur Cook, and Fancy Farts locking Teemos. Electrify House actually here with the Graves could have a legitimate actual jungle here. I was suggesting jungle Twitch before the game, but I guess we're having a try-hard composition here from the side that has the majority of FNF.
I mean, I don't know how try-hard your composition could be when it has Teemo on it, realistically.
I mean, when you're only given marksmen to work with and you don't pick Quinn, Kalista, Lucian, or Draven, and you pick Graves in the jungle and Teemo in the top lane and Corki mid, that's tryharding, my friend.
Yeah, it is pretty tryharding. So, is it? Can we do? What are our win conditions here?
You're the color caster. You tell me.
This is true. So
that is not my job.
Okay, so I think for Me6 is the blue side. Their win condition is, let's see, looking at their, they want big grouped up team fights, I want to say, because they have the Sivir, they have the Tristana. But they also have some pretty good split push with the Quinn. I think
we might have to remake.
Oh, really?
We might have to remake because if I'm not mistaken, with this mode, you're supposed to go off who is listed as marksman within the client. Graves is technically no longer a marksman.
Wait, seriously? Oh, that's lame as hell.
Hold up.
I guess it does give us more crazy picks. That's exciting.
We will go to our resident rando Joe, asking, what the heck do we do, Joe? Keep talking about it for the moment.
Yeah,
Buy some time.
If Graves is a pick that is allowed, I think...
Oh, wait, the chat can see this.
Yeah. Broadcasting your private messages to the entire world, buddy.
Oh, wait, the chat can see this.
And then I think if Fredboat wants to win this one, I guess they try to make sure their bot lane does a lot of really cool things. So I think they do have a stronger bot lane. I think Caitlyn Kaisa is a stronger bot lane than Tristimo overall. I think it can snowball harder. I'm honestly not sure. It's so weird to talk about team compositions with an all marksman lineup. They do have the Corki and the Teemo, so they have more magic damage. So I guess if they want any tank ADCs, which I hope no one actually plays because that would be lame, it's easier to itemize against Me6 than it is to itemize against Fredboat. But we'll see.
We will have to see. And I was told that apparently it is. Apparently, our very own PK Dar forgot to look up to see whether or not Graves is a marksman, and therefore allowed him for the situation. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I think an interesting thing is that we didn't see that Twitch or Vayne jungle, which I think are both like things that are kind of played in solo queue occasionally. So we didn't see that. It was kind of sad. I would like to see some Invis Twitch ganks, but no rats today.
No rats, but then again, Itchy Rat was already, trapped afterwards. After that last game.
Yeah, right. And the last game, the Kai'Sa carried pretty hard. So we'll see which Kai'Sa carries harder today in these match, because as we can see, they both have Kai'Sa on both teams. Let's see.
Well, Kai'Sa, in my opinion, is the strongest AD carry at the moment. So we do see that. We also see the Scary Eyes Quinn. We see Metroid Kai'Sa, Bad Sivir, Dragon Trader Tristana, Teemo, Graves, Racecar Corki, and that's it.
Well,
and then we have the purple-haired lady bot lane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is purple bot lane. Though Kaylin does have a chroma of some sort. I don't know what the rebel chroma looks like. I don't know any of the chroma.
Oh, rebel chroma. I think that one's pink.
Oh really? Yeah. All right. Interesting. Yeah. That Quinn's good. It's a little scary. I'm not gonna look at that anymore.
I was gonna say, like I said, Creeper Eyes Quinn.
Yeah.
So the audience can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and transition over. This is what we are seeing, my friends. This is look at that stare. Look at it.
I mean, isn't
Look at those eyes.
Isn't that like what all your fantasies are made out of, really?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Not at all. Mine are not at all done like that.
Also, that Sivir splash is just weird. It just looks artistically so different from anything else.
Well, it's anime Huntress Sivir, essentially.
Yeah. I mean,
and then there's anime Princess Sivir. They redid her skins a while back. We are going into the game. And we will be right back with that thing in just a moment with a word from our sponsor. Me. Just kidding. Not a sponsor.
Do we actually have a word from our sponsor?
No, there is no word from our sponsor. That was a joke.
Oh, okay. Well, well, I thought you were the sponsor, so it said.
No, I was joking entirely related to that. That was a All Stars meme, dude.
Okay, all right.
I don't have the money to sponsor. I'm a college kid.
All right, reasonable.
Let Kingsland sponsor. He donated like $100 the other night.
Yeah.
So we are getting into game now for the marksman mode. On the blue side, we have Tony XM, Garmore, Tamed, Hyam Cynic, and Arthur Cook all playing on marksman.
And on the red side, we have Fredboat, Fancy Farts, Electric Fi House, Hebrew Hammer, 12Z, and Syncrostire. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one.
I think it's Syncrostire.
Syncrostire on also all marksmen and Teemo.
Well, I mean, Teemo's classified as a marksman. Technically, if I'm not mistaken, Graves is not. I would have to look in collections to see. I would, but I can't right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also Teemo though, so
who cares?
Yeah, we hate him. We hate on him for any reason. We don't need a good reason.
And every reason. Oh, that Kai'Sa could be in trouble. That's a lot of damage coming out. But look at all of it coming out. Garmore in a lot of trouble. Those come down to the Ignite, came down, and First Blood goes to the freaking Teemo.
Two Ignites for that, also.
One Ignite and two Ignites and a Flash.
Yeah.
It was worth it. You got First Blood, you got priority on the bottom side, and you killed the jungler right off the bat, so now she doesn't get a leash.
I mean, really, it's a really good early game from Fredboat. Exactly what you want, basically.
Yeah, and this situation kind of sucks because Fredboat decided to try hard and picked an actual composition.
with a real jungler. I mean, come on.
Well,
What are
they
you doing
picked
with your life?
a champion that rests mostly in the top lane, a champion that is primarily a jungler, a champion that is primarily a mid laner, a champion that is primarily an AD carry, and then just a Kai'Sa support. Then again, Kai'Sa also has the chasing potential, so you could use her as some sort of just bonus damage.
I mean, isn't Caitlyn the real carry here? She does have a traps after all. Or not the real carry, the support, real support.
I mean, no.
No,
Kai'Sa
because
built
you're
the
taking all the CS.
Spelthy's Edge.
It would be funny if they'd actually been like, okay, we're just gonna fight over every CS.
That would be fairly funny, but it does look like there was an invade coming in to steal the red buff of the Graves by Garmor. So Electrify House not going to get the best start that he really thought he would after that kill.
Yeah, just kind of that like parallel jungling where instead of splitting down the river, they split down the mid lane. Where Mi6 is jungler, Garmor is getting the top half of the map, whereas Electrify House is getting the bottom side of the map. We'll see if any like ganks come in. I don't know how strong Kai'Sa is at ganking, but if you land a really good W with the slow, it could end very well for them. It's got that stun, and Quinn is a top lane bully generally, so a top lane gank could be very beneficial for Mi6.
One thing I'd like to talk about is look at the CS differential in this bottom lane. The 17 to 11, now 19 to 11 in favor of this Tristana.
Yeah, there's a pretty big CS boost, but
A lot of damage coming down onto Hayam Cynic. The Ignite is going to come down. It does look like Cynic will go down eventually. No! Cynic actually survives. So now 1-2 is in the face of Arthur Cook, who is going to have the damage deal at the Ignite. Will take him down, but overall it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Mi6.
Well,
Or is it Fredbo? Who cares? It's 2-for-1 for the blue team.
Yeah, I think Mi6 blue. I think that's what we decided. Yeah, so clearly that CS advantage is very influential. They get the win, but I'm glad we're getting some crazy big fights here. They both, Fredbo's spot lane decided to flash forward to go for the kill on Cynic and didn't manage it, and then the Triumph managed to save their health from the Ignite, so that was very lucky.
It was very lucky, and it looks like Fancy Farts is not lucky, as he does have to flash out, but now that Quinn will flash in for the kill. Electrify House in this situation now. He does land the slow. He does land the damage on so far. Tony is just trying to get away, but now Electrify House could be the one in trouble. The Harrier procs not landing because of the mixed bird. So now that is another kill over to the blue side of Mi6.
Yeah, so they managed to come back from that early deficit, more or less. They're kind of winning out right now, which is good.
Garmor is in the mid lane. I apologize for that yawn. And more blinds landing onto Synchro Style. So,
Yeah,
what do you think is going to happen for the rest of this early game?
I'm gonna assume more of the same, just random fights happening, people poking at each other with auto attacks. Would be doubtful if there's a big priority on objectives currently, but that Mountain Drake could be very good because an all ADC team is very proficient in taking out towers, so any more help that could give them is good in general.
Yeah, honestly though, I think the biggest danger in this game is gonna be that Corki, because the fact he does bring that that magic damage as a result to in response to the physical damage coming out from the rest of the team. Honestly, if you are a Graves here, you could build, or the Kai'Sa, you could build full tank armor and just completely just stand in the face of all the ADCs and survive quite some time.
Yeah, for sure. And like, it's possible that'll happen, but I think what's more likely is that we'll go for more sustained builds with a lot of lifesteal over like a full tank build. I'm not sure if anyone's going to do that. First of all, just because I'm not sure how efficient it is, but also because it's not fun, and these games are supposed to be fun.
It is not fun, and you know what else is not fun? Playing up against the Quinn, as Fancy Farts is freaking finding out very fast, as Tony is just going in and does get that last kill there with the Harrier proc. Quinn top is such a bunch of...
Yeah, this top lane is going very in favor of Mi6 right now.
There is the flash and the ignite onto Tame, but now in the bottom lane, look, it's another gig onto Arthur Cook, but Electrify House almost getting taken down if that Ignite had gone down onto him, he would have died there without a doubt. As Hayam Cynic flashing the TSM spam, they're sitting at home too, my friend.
Yeah, so we can see that the pressure from Mi6's bot lane there, like that gank didn't really affect them very much. They still have a 20 CS lead in that bot lane. Really good. 10 CS lead in top as well. So overall, they're just farming better, which is indicative of success.
Yeah, especially on an all AD carry team where farm does mean leads. I say the only way you're going to be able to get these massive power spikes is to be able to get the gold for those items, and to do that you have to farm. Tristana is dangerous when she's ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, she does a ton of damage in team fights, but she also takes down towers so fast, especially if they decide to go for that Mountain Drake at some point.
I think we could argue that she's the fastest tower-taking AD carry in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think she is, because that bomb just does a lot. She has the attack speed boost. A lot of it's just, a lot of damage. So I do think together, I think Kai'Sa Caitlyn will take towers faster than just Teemo, like the two of them together, but yeah.
Well, remember that as we do see gank in the mid lane, Hebrew Hammer is in a little bit of trouble. Does land the Void Seeker on top of that. Does not quite get enough damage to get the kill there. Tamed was nowhere close to being in that fight, so he just kind of got left out to dry. One thing to remember, though, is that Teemo actually does not... It doesn't inhibit him to build this AP like it does Kai'Sa. Oh, as we do see Garmor actually in the face of a Graves. Not the place you really want to be, but it does look like he's going to be able to pick up the kill in that 1v1 as the Caitlyn does go in. Hi, I'm Cynic, missing the flash, but also not knowing when to get out, as it is a double kill for 1-2 on that Caitlyn. What?
Yeah, that was kind of rough all around. Electrify House takes out that Mountain Drake, manages to win this fight, and then gets killed by Garmor with Cynic jumping in to attempt to help, but just like a little bit too late. And then Garmor flashes really strangely. Are we going to see something here? Okay, I guess not. Garmor flashes very strangely. And then Cynic tries to flash to block the Caitlyn ultimate and misses and then dies. So it was just comedy of errors all around, I think.
Yeah, and guys, do not forget that we can get something spamming in the chat. Do not forget to spam just Rampage things in the chat, as that is pretty much the story of this game so far. Corki does have the package going in, and Tamed has to be careful here. It's a lot of damage that can come out from this Corki.
Yeah. Package is also very good for roams, and we'll see if Corki uses it for that. But so far, everyone has looked to stay mostly in their lanes, with the junglers being the only ones who are really walking around a bunch.
Yeah, I do like how both of them decided that arguably the most powerful AD carry in the meta should be in any role except for AD carry in this game.
Yeah, that's a little strange, but I guess maybe a thought process is that it doesn't need to be the one as the AD carry, because she'll carry anyway because she's just that strong. Also, I think Kai'Sa, like, as far as Mi6 goes, I think Kai'Sa jungle is probably her second most popular / successful role, as far as I know, and so...
Almost certainly. That passive is actually fairly good for clearing single monster camps like Gromp, the buffs, and what am I thinking of? And Rift Scuttler.
Right, yeah, for sure. So it makes sense that Kai'Sa would go jungle, but I guess if they thought, oh, we're just going to use the Graves as a jungler, I don't know, support, might as well. Why not? She does have the long range poke to be able to make the Spell Thief stacks stack out for her.
She most certainly does. And one question I have for you is, where do you think these junglers are going to look to focus over the next couple minutes?
Well, I think that I think for Mi6's side, I think a good place for the jungler focus to go is the mid lane. I think that the Corki is hard to gank, but
as we do see a gank into the mid lane, as Hebrew Hammer is going to be taken down. Kill instant coming in, but Tame secures the kill. Yeah. Speak of the devil, and the devil shall appear.
Yeah, and I think for Electrify House, like Cynic tends to have, they've been having, Cynic and Othakuk have had the push advantage generally, so it's somewhere that he could look to maybe get an easy gank, quote unquote, but it is hard to gank the Tristana with the jump, so I'm not sure exactly where Electric Lighthouse could look. I think Objectives is a good choice, which is he's currently doing the Rift Sculptor run.
Yeah, did a lot of damage onto Cynic, though, as it does look like the Void Seeker will be blocked by a minion, or else I think we could have seen a re-engage with that double Ignite 80 carry bot lane and the Killer Instinct.
Oh yeah, there's so many Ignites in this game. And also a million Teemo Shrooms in the top lane. Probably very frustrating to be playing against for Tony XM.
Yeah, right now we are seeing that there's just... Overall, the fact that this Marksman game, unlike previous games we had seen, like the Staff Chat, this is one that could actually be moderately competitive, and you can moderately argue that this would be a composition, so to say. Not necessarily a viable one, but a composition.
I mean, yeah, it's been working. It's been pretty kill heavy. 13 minutes in, we have 10 kills, but overall, it's been playing pretty well. You still see those farm leads, top and bot. Slight farm lead for Corki in the mid lane, though, so we'll see if they can use that, as Corki is roaming top.
But... Yeah, and it does look like this situation is... Ooh, that Teemo is still... Okay, no, he isn't waiting in that river anymore. So, I was saying that bush anymore. He was waiting in that bush for a solid minute.
Yeah, he was in there for a while.
He missed out on like 2 waves of CS for it.
Looks like there might be a roam mid lane for Me6, though.
It does look like there might be a roam mid lane. There is a huge roam, but it does look like Arthur actually could be taken down here, as the Ignite takes him down. That Tristana jumped in the way from nothing. The Ace of the Hole not securing the kill, but the Ignite securing it, forcing Crossfire. I didn't even see that at first, my bad. As Tamed is now in trouble, but Hebrew Hammer is actually the one under fire. He gets taken down by Garmor again, so that is just so much pressure in that mid lane from the side of Me6, as that is a blue team first tower, first brick, Me6.
Absolutely. They trade mid lane tower for bot lane tier 1, and Hebrew Hammer for Alter Cook. I'd say mid laner for top support, but...
Oh, and Fancy Farts in the fire again, and he gets taken down once again by Tony. Tony being the hard carry in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And so overall, like with that especially, you get a overall. I think that was in the favor of Me6. I think the mid lane tier 1 is a lot more important than the bot lane tier 1 is, as far as like rotations and map control goes. And having this Quinn ahead is going to be pretty good, because if she builds as an assassin, which is what she's doing, she could just take out like 2-shot or 3-shot these, like the Caitlyn or the like Corki, just like, oh, you're not in the fight anymore. Sorry, goodbye.
Yeah, this Quinn, kind of just a general pain in the butt, and it does look like Tamed is actually in a lot of trouble here as the package does come out. The spell shield did kill him, but it does look like the Ace in the Hole will get the kill there. So 1-2 is on a rampage, being the carry for his team as well. So now you have to think that they will go for this Infernal Drake, which will help them scale up so well.
Yeah, Infernal Drake, team of all 80 damage dealers. Pretty good choice overall, but that Infernal is doing a lot of splash damage onto their team, and Me6 is trying to capitalize on that. And it looks like everyone just kind of disengages.
Yeah, everyone disengaging out of that pit, but now Garmor actually under fire from Syncrostai. Kaisa, who is a level lower than him. That rocket does hit, and it does look like the Void Seeker snipe, securing the kill for Syncrostai.
So I think we can very clearly say support Kaisa greater than jungle Kaisa.
Yeah, I guess we can. As Tony actually getting taken very low and does get taken down by the Ignite and the Poison stacks. I would not complete this teleport if I was Tame, but he just follows through, and he's going to get absolutely destroyed by 480 carries. And now Arthur Cook is in trouble as the, oh my gosh, collateral damage blowing him up. Cynic now going straight in, does have the resets and is able to get out. Electrify House almost being as greedy there as Tamed. It was just, Oh, Cynic is actually in so much trouble. Look at the damage from that Void Seeker. Jesus Christ.
Wow, yeah, just face check the bush and get demolished, but was probably not expecting that. Not expecting to stick around there. So overall, I think even with slight advantage to Fredboat because of their Dragon take-up, maybe? Drop the
Yeah,
fake
they have
tank.
had two Dragon Tations. Garmore almost loses his life to those shrooms.
Yeah, and so yeah, I think Fredboat advantage overall, but yeah, that was a crazy, crazy turn of events, just kind of everywhere. The Quinn thought she had the Teemo and ended up not having the Teemo and getting killed, and then that entire dragon fight where Tane decided to teleport in to 4 people, just miscommunication probably all around.
And lots of miscommunication. The early game was all in favor of Me6, but now Fredboat is in the driver's seat as Tamed is in a little bit of trouble here. That Void Seeker does miss anybody, but now Electrify House actually just going to go straight for it, not caring that he's taking the poke and that he's actually following into a little bit of a trap, but choosing to chase that far.
Yeah, and while they're doing that, they have people pushing in the mid lane to try to take out this tower, probably successfully. Have a fight?
Do you have a fight in the top lane? In the top side jungle, as Fancy Farts took a lot of damage there from that Quinn. Again, she will burst down most people. After she gets that Yomu's Ghostblade, and I believe you take the Static Shiv second, maybe the Rapid Fire Cannon?
Yeah, with the Rapid Fire Cannon, she'd be able to deal more damage from like a greater distance, whereas with the Static Shiv, it's like more wave clear. So I think it really depends on whether you're going for more of a safe or a more bursty / split pushy.
Garmore almost getting blown up there by the collateral damage, but now look at 1-2 and Electrify House. They're in trouble. Let's look at the damage onto Cynic from that one. Oh my gosh, that Void Seeker just chunks.
Yeah, a lot of damage. As we can see, Synchrostyre is going for that AP Kaisa build with the Luden's Echo, so a ton of poke with that Seeker. Yeah,
and look at the damage there as Arthur Cook is now destroyed between the massive range of the bot lane from Fredboat. The ace in the hole combined with Void Seeker damage is just disgusting.
Yeah. And that's another tower for them.
It is another tower for them as Fancy Farts is right into the fire of that Quinn. Garmore wanting to go in here does have the Void Seeker on top of the Caitlyn, but not feeling confident enough to go in. Now they're just gonna play the wave clear game.
Yeah, that's so rough. You get hit by that Void Seeker, and it's just like goodbye half your health bar. And Garmore is not enjoying these Teemo shrooms very clearly.
And he is not. He's gonna enjoy this a little bit less as that Teemo mushroom will go in, and it does look like Fancy Farts will actually end up killing him. But the blue buff, like, you just hurt that woman. Bam! Kills the Teemo.
Blue buff respects women, clearly.
Blue buff is a white knight.
Yeah, blue buff with the retribution kill on Fancy Farts after Garmore died. I don't know. I don't know why blue buff would do that. Like, Garmore's been killing blue buff all game, but
yeah, it's like I want this woman to kill me. I want to die. You stopped my death.
I mean, on the other hand, maybe blue buff just hates Teemo as much as the rest of us do, which is reasonable. So, yeah. Corki has the package again, so maybe we'll see something interesting and engage come out of that while Caitlyn pushes in the bot side. Most members mid, though.
Right now, though, I think it would be a better idea to have the Corki bot side, personally, but hey, that Caitlyn is so fed, I don't think anybody's going to be wanting her except for maybe the Quinn.
Yeah, I think like maybe you want Corki for as far as your like engage goes, because you don't have any tanks, so the package is a really good engage option, as you can see.
No, and it does look like Keeper Hammer is going to be able to get I Am Cynic. I blinked for a second, and they were already starting the fight, as there are 2 people already dead. 3 actually across the map, as it is a 2-for-1. Now Arthur Cook in a little bit of the fire, but now this is pressure onto that mid lane Nexus mid lane inhibitor tower being established by Fredboat. Look at the damage onto it. This is what an 80 carry comp will do to you.
80 carry comp with Mountain Drake also.
The Teemo is building a freaking Thornmail.
Huh. Well, it's an option.
After the freaking Nashor's Tooth, Teemo is building Thornmail. I think he has the goal to do it now. No, not quite. Yeah. Tony, though, looking for Fancy Farts, and he does get it. But look, the mist from the blind, and the Ignite came down onto Tony. Fancy Farts is winning this trade, and he does end up getting the kill onto Tony. Payback is a witch, baby.
Bramble Vest OP, what can we say? I mean, yeah, it's very good. It has that armor as another fight breaks out.
The fight does break out as Garmor is actually taking 1-2 down very low, and it does look like Garmor will get picked up by Synchro on the backside. But, oh no, he actually survived! He survived, so that was a 2-for-0. And now it is, oh no, Hebrew Hammer went in and did get taken down by Author Cook. This is just going to be a shooting gallery, literally. Everybody just hopping in one after another. Electrify House, the next customer to go down. It does look like he was trying to get out there with the collateral damage as the spectator just absolutely has a conniption fit.
Yeah, big tunnel vision, I think, there for Fredboat. They lose 4, they lose the Dragon, for essentially nothing in return except for the top lane tier 2. As Fancy Farts continues his domination.
He's pushing in, but look at the damage onto that Kai'Sa. Just saying, it's like, Captain Teemo is gonna freaking kill your soul.
Yeah, Captain Teemo really is on duty, clearly.
Actually,
yeah.
The way he was killing at that point in the pursuit level he was doing, he was on booty. He was not on duty.
Oh god. Oh god.
That meme was solid. You shut your mouth.
Anyway, so map kind of resets here. Everyone's coming out of base after that. Baron is the next big objective I think people can start looking at. It is hard to do it without a tank, but also I guess 5 ADCs will do it really fast because they do a lot of damage, so there is that.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, especially with how fed this Teemo and this Kai'Sa are. I'm not Kai'Sa, how fed this Teemo and Caitlyn are on the side of Fredboat. Right now, they do have that 4-stack in there with the rest of the bot lane. As you do see, if I go in, Garmor actually goes in and immediately blows up Hebrew Hammer, but the Teemo ends up getting Garmor. So now Fancy Farts, he gets a double kill out of that, actually. Holy, that was the 3v5.
Yeah, big fight in the top lane goes for 2 as the bot lane of Fredboat manages to take the bottom lane tier 2 and maybe tier 1 as well, or tier 3 as well if they keep pushing this up. I'm not sure how aggressive they're going to try to be. These are the most fed members of Fredboat currently, I think, so.
Yes, they are, and now they're in a bit of a tough spot as now Tony is on top of 1-2, but it does look like 1-2 is able to flash out of that situation and escape. They did end up getting the tower, that bottom lane tier 2, but as a result, they don't really get anything else after the team collapses.
Yeah, so another reset. Fredboat's taking objectives kind of all around. They have a 3k gold lead, so they're reasonably ahead, but not unbeatably so. I think we're seeing some really good team fight prowess from B6. The Sivir ult in particular is managing to do a lot, and the Quinn can just burst one target down so quickly. So
yeah, it will be very dangerous when this Quinn is on the prowl. She is so fast moving around the map. Like, you blink and she's on the other side of she's in another quadrant of the map. It is so dangerous to be roaming around this jungle unless you are Fancy Farts.
Fancy Farts don't care. Oh.
Fancy Farts does not care, and it doesn't look like Cynic doesn't care either, as he takes a bunch of damage there. But here comes the Fancy Farts. Here comes that giant Teemo. But also, here comes that Quinn. Look how fast she is!
Wow.
What is this champion? What happened?
Yeah. Ace in the hole just gets blocked by Author Cook.
It does get blocked, but can they defend against this meta? It's like, look at Author Cook there.
Oh.
Almost died. The smoke screen did the final amount of damage. Oh my god. You know, the worst part about it is that 3/5 of the left side are my casters. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit disappointed.
I guess players are greater than casters now. I don't know, but
well, Synchro's a caster too, and he's on the other side. He's kicking butt.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah. So they lose Author Cook, but they really don't manage to like get any more advantages off of that, as Blue Inhibitor does respond.
Oh my god, the damage on a Cynic, but Garmor end up taking down Fancy Farts. Just a little bit of overextension there from that Teemo.
Yeah, overall, and so I think. With that top lane Teemo dead, it's actually, and now that they see Caitlyn on the bot side, it actually might be really smart for B6 to go for this Baron right now. It's definitely an objective that they could take.
They could definitely take it. They have the damage to output there. The question is, can they take Baron chipping away at them? Are they, you know, are they tanking it? But good God, how fast that Baron is going down. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, just shredded out, but...
Oh, the cut. Oh my God, Electrify House sniping with their collateral damage. Solid voice seeker there from Synchro and as a result, it allowed Electrify House to pick up the kill onto the Quinn. Just further, like, she hasn't gotten a kill in a while, actually. But look at how much damage Cynic does to this top lane tower. It's so...
Getting collapsed on, though.
Yeah, is going to get collapsed on as the... Oh, look at all the damage. And Heimbro Hammer does end up picking up that kill. So now it is a 2 people down Me6 as opposed to a 5-stack of Fredbo. They could just push up this mid lane, but look at Garmor. He's taken so much damage from this Teemo. He is already dead, and now Cook could be next. Look at the damage onto them. That is now 4 people dead for Me6. This could actually be the game if they push mid right now.
Yeah. Quinn's back up, but you also have to remember only 1 Baron buff left. Oh.
Only 1 Baron buff left, but look at the damage. Oh, back onto the Quinn, but she ends up getting the double kill. Wow, the outplay there from Tony.
Yeah, Quinn's pretty strong. I think like a really interesting thing that you notice there is that like Tony XM actually just like walked in between them and then used the ultimate to get as much damage on both of them as possible instead of just doing the like normal standard kind of like auto attack to get release the ultimate, which I think was like a really interesting thing that he did, and I think that was very, very well played by him.
Yeah, Tony playing that extremely well. And right now, I think the biggest worry is how is this game going to end? Both of these teams have wave clear for days. If one member is alive, they can wave clear.
Yeah, I think it just comes out to like who gets the better pick, and then who can like engage harder on a 5v3 or 5v2 and win. Looks like Me6 is going for this drag, so hopefully we can see a fight here.
We could see a fight here as everyone is alive at this point. There is a lot of damage that can come out. It's a lot more mixed damage. Look at that damage onto Cook right off the bat. But look at also the damage to Dragon. The Dragon will go down, but look at how look at Synchro. He does go in. Garmor actually takes him down. Fancy Farts ends up taking down Tamed, and as a result, everyone is dead on the blue side. Me6 is already just being wiped out. Tony, the only remaining member, and it does look like he is going to get Electrify House here. Does he have the damage? Actually, it looks like Electrify House picks up Tony. That is a 4-for-0, a 4-for-1 actually. So that could probably be the game.
Yeah, that's probably the game. So they get the Infernal Drake, but they just got poked out way too hard beforehand. Corki Rockets plus that AP Kaisa Void Seeker is just a bit too much. And then Tony XM can't really do much against the Red Smite of Electrify House, which reduces the damage against him. So couldn't win in a duel, even though Tony XM is probably their strongest member right now.
Well, hold up. There are 3 members alive now. Fancy Farts is already dead, so it was not soon enough to be able to end. Ooh, the game is still going. Cook, though, in a little bit in the fire. He's actually fairly bulky.
Yeah, he's got that Leandres, which is like a pretty good, like it's got health item, and he does have that stopwatch if he ever needs it for like that kind of emergency reset. But the map once again just kind of resets. Everyone goes back to what they were doing. Couldn't end the game off of the 4-kill push. Sivir is just way too much wave clear, unfortunately, but they did get the inhibitor again, so that should give them a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and we do. This is one of those few times where I think, as a former coach, I'm actually happy to see 4 Infinity Edges in the same game.
Yeah, that's a lot of Infinity Edge. It's a lot of edge. I'm sure you.
That's almost as edgy as me.
Yep. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, they're all going. All these ADCs are starting to get into these like really kind of like super strong. Whoever gets the first crit, whoever gets the first engage, I think tends to win the fight just because they're the ones who will be able to burst the target as fast because they're all really squishy and they're all dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, just looking at the items overall, we have 4 Infinity Edges, 3 Phantom Dancers, 3 Static Shivs. We're gonna have 2 Nashor's Teeth.
It's Christmas time already.
We have 2 Hex Drinkers.
A really, really speedy
and
Quinn.
A whole bunch of Berserker Greaves.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one ended up picking up the Ninja Tabi.
There is one Ninja Tabi, I believe. Actually, no. Look at Cynic. He's already actually bursted down so low. He's going to get taken down here by the Corki. Tommy is next as Hebrew Hammer is trying to avoid Garmore at this point. But now 1-2 actually just leaving him to die. And it looks like both they will be able to take down that Quinn. Author Cook in the fire as now this probably will end up being the game as they do have the minions behind them.
Killed by a different Teemo Shrooms. Just disappointing. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Look at the damage onto Tamed and Fancy Farts finishing it up.
And that's an ace for Fredboat, and they're probably just going to sit here, push up that mid lane to the win, if they can get past all the awful Teemo Shrooms. But
Teemo Shrooms. Yeah. But yeah, they do. The closest one being up to alive is Haim Cynic at 14 seconds, and they will be able to take down these Nexus towers. Before that, it will be a win in favor of Fredboat. Congratulations to them. You have won the marksman mode as they are looking for more kills. Wait, what? What are they doing? Why would you do that? Okay, I mean,
why not, to be honest?
So, pick me an MVP. Without looking at the stats or anything, pick me an MVP.
No stats, no. I'm going to give it to, who? I think I'm probably going to give it to 1-2Z. I think Caitlyn was, like, really strong. I don't know. I think Fancy Farts died too many times in the side lane for me to give it to him, but he's probably my second choice.
I'm still going to give it to Fancy Farts. Fancy Farts, I tip my hat to you. You were the Teemo god. You were that annoying little turd that everybody hates to play against, and you did deal the second most damage in the game.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Take that back. I'm going to give the MVP to Sin Crossdire.
Is damage the only stat that matters?
It's an all marksman mode. It is the only stat that matters with 26,000.
Did a very, very good job overall. Really, really good landing all those Void Hunters. But very good job by Fredboat to win that game.
You most certainly will, and we will be right back in shortly with the rest of that. We will see you guys then.